Hello, I'm out here doing a video today. I just wanted to get on here and say hello, and I want to talk about how men make you feel less valued or less important. So you can hear the music in the background. I have no rights to it. Just want to be in some jamming music today, and I found some good music, so I'm listening to it. Um, but I want to get on here because there are men out there who will tell you if you're not willing to do what they say, they'll find another woman who will. Well, I want you to have the mentality to know if a man tells you that, let him go do that. Because if he doesn't value you as a person, he's just trying to manipulate you to be his slave. Hear that again. He's trying to manipulate you to be his slave. Don't be that. You are a good woman. Value that worth. Embrace that worth. Love yourself. I want you to be not an arrogant in love with yourself, but in loving with yourself that you know when a man says that to you, he's not worth your time. And trust me, he'll start out with it from the day one. And that's the one. That's a red flag, ladies. Red flag. If he does that, you just need to let him go and be like, I am not interested. I don't care how you break it off. Don't talk to them. Don't text them, whatever. But you need to make sure that you are able to be strong enough to be able to walk away because that man doesn't value women at all. He only values his needs. His uh, arrogant ego doesn't care about pleasuring you, being everything for you, protecting you. He is only after what he can get from you. And when you value that worth and you know your worth, you're not going to tolerate that behavior, which is how you need to be. You need to set those boundaries. You're going to respect me, you're going to love me, and if you want me to be submissive, then you better be respectful, you better be mindful, kind, a pure-hearted man after God's heart, because that's the only way I'm going to be even remotely submissive to you. You know, I do good all by myself. Medea said it right. I do bad all by myself too. So I don't need somebody adding to my pain. I don't need somebody to belittle me. I don't need anyone to try to validate my worth through well, if you don't, somebody, well, good for them. Let them. But I want you to be a better woman and pray for that woman to also see that he isn't worthy of having a woman, a good woman. Let him get that, uh, let him get the woman who disvalues and plays the game with him, but is better at the game. There's going to be many people who will challenge you. And if you want to play that game, that's up to you, but I wouldn't. There is no need to. I want peace, harmony. I want compassion. I want love. I want joy. I want us to build such a magnetic relationship. Like when we're away from each other, we still enjoy our own company. Like we don't need one another, but when we do have one another, it's like magnetic. Like it's just so beautiful. And you need to have that mentality that that's how it is. And if you're messing with a man who only texts you when it's convenient for him, then stop being convenient for him. Because that's not fair to you. That's not fair to your emotions. That's not fair to your the feminine in you that really desires to be wanted. That man may seem like he's available, but I don't think he really is. He's just pretending. If you don't know where he lives, if you don't have his phone number, and he isn't contacting you regularly, there is somebody else. I don't even care what you trying to tell yourself. There's someone else. Because there's no reason for him not to be able to contact you every day to check in and say, hey, beautiful, how are you doing today? Hey, sexy, let's get together and have some coffee or some tea or whatever it may be. Don't be putting yourself in a relationship where it's only one-sided, because you're the one that's going to be burned, not them. So keep putting yourself out there. Find that guy that really is interested in you. Do not dedicate yourself to one person if they're not giving themselves to you. I'm following a lady, and I can't date other people while I'm trying to find some. I don't want to date more than one people. It's just who I am. I've tried to analyze this. I've talked to other people. I talked to like my elders that I feel are worthy of talking to about relationships. I mean, they're married. They've had, long marriages, and they all said, no, don't date other people. I mean, don't date more than one person. Just keep getting out there and putting yourself out there, which that's what I'm doing. Sorry if you can hear the kids in the background. It's a nice day outside. I don't blame them. I want them to go out there and play. I love that. I miss that about Morocco. All the kids would be outside playing and laughing, and sometimes I'd have to go out there and straighten them up because they would be mean to each other. Couldn't understand me, but they still behaved themselves. But ladies, you need to value your worth so much, like a diamond. That spirit and your heart are jewels for a man to want, to protect, to be kind to want to be everything you need in a man. When you're expressing your needs and your concerns and they're still brushing them away, they're not the man for you. Understand they're not the man for you. If you just want to play around with a guy, that's fine. But still be dating other people. Do not dedicate to that person. Do not be available for that person. It isn't fair to you. You want something solid, then get yourself out there and find that solid. That's what you need to do. It doesn't matter if, I understand you want a body. Let there be a body there, but do not dedicate to that person when they're not dedicating to you. So you have to be so in tune into your heart and allow love to just flow, and it's going to guide you to the person that you really want. But I have a person, and we just call on each other when we need it, or we're really down or whatever. And I recently just got that person. I haven't had that person in a very long time, but I have that person now. And I enjoy his company, and I enjoy the cuddling that we have, but he's not available. And there's a lot of it is as our language. So he speaks Spanish and I speak English. But anyway, we're there to comfort each other when one another need that comforting, need that person to just calm us down and release, from the stressful day. I understand having a warm body next to you, but you need to know how to utilize your emotions when they're necessary for another person. You can't keep your heart open and connected to everyone that you introduce yourselves to. I don't know how to put this in words. I know how to just have sex with somebody without connecting to them, and I really miss kissing, and this guy's a really good kisser, so I really enjoy that. But some women, you can't do that because it literally opens you up and makes you vulnerable. So you have to be careful. If you do not know how to put your emotions in check, like, hey, this is not your guy, this isn't your forever, make sure you do that. Sorry, my son was texting about the grandbaby, asking if he had lunch. No, he hadn't. So I watch my grandbaby Tuesday through Friday, so I want to make sure I stay in touch with my family. But anyway, as you are getting yourself out there, and you have to observe their body language, their words, and their empathy. When they speak, do you feel their emotions? Do you feel their compassion? Does their words match what they're saying? you know, and I feel sorry for you who aren't open yet. You're going to get there. Just keep practicing at it. It all starts with your heart chakra, and you got to learn to um, uh, what resonates with you at times when you're speaking with them. You'll feel it. It's just like a good song. You feel that song. You're going to feel that other person. You're going to know if they're really genuine. And listen to what you're hearing. Listen to what you're feeling. If they do not align, he's not being genuine. He's not being truthful. That goes in for women too. I know there's women who like other women, so I apologize if I'm just addressing men because that's what I'm interested in. But I want you to understand the value of the energies around you and how you can tap into them and understand if they're really good for you. Sorry, it's a bug. It's a beautiful day outside. There's no way I'm not going to be outside today. Enjoying this beautiful day in October, but yeah, it's beautiful. But I want you to, when a man is just being disrespectful, and that is a very disrespectful, oh, well, if you're not going to do what I want, another woman will. That's very disrespectful. Understand that that's very disrespectful. That's not a type of man you need to be entertaining. You know, I had never heard it before, so when I started hearing it regularly, I was like, this is not what I'm wanting. I want to know that he really wants to commit to me, and he's not worried about another female, or he's not keeping himself available for another female. And that's what they're doing. They're keeping themselves available for that one that will do, or that one that is willing to do anything for them and they want somebody who's clingy. I'm not clingy. I don't even want to be clingy. I want a man to want me, but I want it to be a healthy want. I want it to be a mutual want. I want it to be so magnetically noticeable that people know that we're together and he's not out still shopping. I don't want a man who's window shopping. You shouldn't either. You shouldn't want a woman who is still window shopping. It's not fair to your heart. It's not fair to your insecurities, because a lot of us have that insecurity that you're never enough. So, and that's where you have to do your self-love. You have to make yourself enough to walk away from any disrespectful man, any disrespectful words, body language. If he's trying control, ladies, we do not want to be controlled. We do not want to be owned. We don't want to be manipulated into who they want. We want them to want us, keep choosing us, and it will be an honor to take their last name and be everything that they want in a woman. That's my intake on the relationship. I mean, I'm pretty sure every woman has their wants, but this is my wants, and I want you to either adapt them or at least analyze them and see if they align with you, because you need to know what to be looking for. There's too many fish out there that are bad. You usually catch and keep throwing back, or you don't catch any at all. I mean, I'm one of those that usually catch the little bitty guy and then have to throw him back. But I want you to be able to recognize the bad fish from the good fish immediately. And the more you value your heart, you should. I learned within the first 5 weeks. I literally kind of think I did in the 3, but I was just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and it meant a lot to me that he kept opening himself up for, communication, getting together. That is essential. If you're somebody who wants to grow and be together every day, that's great. And that's really, I'm looking for that person who wants to talk to me every day, tell me good night, get together, have dinner. I mean, even if it's on a video chat because they're busy, we can still have dinner together in a video chat. I used to do it with a girl in the Philippines. She was amazing. She's my sister forever. I miss her. But she's in Sudan right now. And we still kind of contact each other, but not as we used to. But we would have coffee together and sit there and talk, and talk about our day, talk about our families. That's what I want in a man too. I still want them to give me their time, even when they're not really available physically. Ladies, there are other ways for a man to give you of his time, even if it's not in a physical. And if he's not doing that, he's not the one. Please understand that statement. He's not the one. You have to love yourself to recognize that. Get yourself out there. Find that one that wants to spend time with you, who wants to get to know you. I have said in my other videos, I have issues with asking questions. Well, you go on Google and ask, what are the best questions for relationships, for dates? And it will give you hundreds of them. I'm sure there's a lot more, but I found some that just had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And a lot of them are really good questions. And they help you be more intimate and connecting each other. The more you understand who they are and what they want, and what drives them and what makes them the person that they are, is how you connect. I don't connect with sex. I think that's why I can't fall in love. Unless we have a mental connection, that's the only way we're going to connect. I'm going to fall in love with you. It has to be mental. You have to be able to mentally stimulate me, because I can stimulate myself on my other end. Okay, I need somebody who can mentally stimulate. I can't even say the word. I'm sorry. Stimulate me to want to be with them all the time, to want to get to open up my heart to them, because I don't want somebody who just wants my body. I want them to want all of me. I want to connect so deeply that we know we're meant for one another. We're going to be that power couple that everyone was like, I want to be like them. They are great. They get things done. We collaborate with people. We collaborate with other couples, because we want to be successful. It's hard out here. Don't get me wrong. It's hard. You got to get yourself out there, but you got to know when to walk away. And I know when to walk away. And most people will probably think it's because I can't attach. I can attach. You just got to give me a reason to attach. I can. I know I can. I did it. I've done it 3 times in my life, but I have done it. So don't get discouraged. Don't let Satan be on your shoulder and be like, oh, you're never going to find one. You're never worthy enough. He's going to sit there and talk all that bullshit that somebody else said. You just flick him off your shoulder, tell him to F off, and you get into that good positive energy. Listen to those good meditations that help you and guide you and teach you to love yourself, teach you that you're valuable, teach you that you're worthy. Get into that receiving love mentality, that mindset. I'm going to receive love. I'm going to give love. It's going to happen because you're setting it out in the universe. That's what I keep making these videos for. I'm putting it out in the universe. I want that man I love. I want that man that's going to value me and cherish me and accept me. You got to get in that same mindset as well. I don't want to make this video too long. So I love you. I greatly appreciate you taking the time and watching me. Please like me. Please. I need more followers. I'm trying to get at least 1,000 followers so I can start going live when I need to. Because sometimes I have a lot of great content and can't go live at that time because I don't have 1,000 followers yet. So please start liking me. If you really like my content, follow me, share me. I would greatly appreciate that. I love you and have a wonderful evening.